one of the things that you have to master is understanding that everybody needs to be treated differently, and giving, not every single person, there isn't a blanket approach to managing everyone. You know, I have a great relationship with my KPs, but I don't have a similar diet with them. I talk about football, and I talk about, you know, the stuff that's relevant to we have our own little dialogue, right?
Yeah.
I have conversations with my waiters and waitresses in the restaurant, and some of that is kind of, you know, talking about where they used to work or where their mum's at with this, or that relationship is another relationship. It's completely different to the one with the KPs. I have a relationship with my head chef that's, you know, and we have lots of texts and bits and pieces. That's a completely different relationship.
Yeah.
And all of these relationships are completely different. And that's about understanding what makes people tick. That is about making sure that people feel like they're invested in, make people feel like they are working in a business that cares about them, has got a plan for them, has got a progression plan for them, and cares, right? Now, there's only so much time in one's week that you can give, right? But as long as you are there, and when you're there, you're in the moment. You're not just passing by.
Yeah.
You're actually in that moment with that person, giving them your actual time that is meaningful time. That's really important. I do not get that right all the time, but that's something that I aspire to try to do. In terms of the dialogue with you're right, there is a core team of about 8 or 9 people that I work really, really closely with.
Right.
And basically what I do with those people is we meet as much as we can during the week. In the morning, 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, we will meet for half an hour and just go over the day's business, the VIPs, the issues, the maintenance, the events coming up, the VIPs coming up. I give an overview of what I'm doing. The digital marketing guys might talk about what they're doing.
Yep.
Just making sure that everybody's kind of threaded is kind of what I like to think about that. But equally, and I mean this equally as well, I'm sitting there watching the way that we just go around the table, you know, you speak, but
yep.
I'm actually sitting there watching the whites of the eyes and seeing, I can get a real good sense of where my team are at.
Right.
And also the different relationships that are going on across the table. You can see that in the body language, right? You can see it in the way they are. You can see how happy they are, or stressed, or under the cosh they are, or out of their comfort zone with this particular project they are. And then you can take that offline and you can manage that. I think that's kind of how that comes about. So that's really important. And then we have this system. It's kind of just in terms of managing people in a way that isn't, I don't micromanage people. Absolutely refuse to. I'm true belief that if you bring someone into your business and you pay them good money and they're the right person, you do not need to micromanage them. You should just expect them to deliver the job. And it's your job to support them in doing that. Give them the tools, support them, manage their expectation, but also manage your own. Right? So I have the system where the 8 people, including me, are on that, and in that whole system is a kind of working on list. I don't like the word to-do list, it's a bit stupid, but like I'm working on these projects.
Yeah.
And I can basically move those tasks into someone else. Someone else can move them along. I can add a task to someone else. So I have to send someone a 2-line email saying, would you mind, you know, designing a new menu for that restaurant, please? I can just move it into a task, right? So it's kind of is there, but also it's a diary visualization, so they can all see everyone's diary. And in my diary, they all see my whole diary. Everything is in there, exactly what I'm doing, and that includes when I'm with my daughter, when I'm running, when I'm away with my wife. Everything that I do is all in my diary. It's all exposed to those people. What I'm working on is exposed. So if there's stuff that I'm working on, they know it's being covered, right? It stops me having to look at those people and think, I wonder if someone's worked out that the extract needs to be deep cleaned next week, or, you know, it's all, I can see it's already on someone's agenda. And that helps me because I don't have to micromanage, I don't have to chase people. I know where people are at. I can also see where they're overwhelmed, and I can see where they've got too much going on, and I could dial down their, I need 2 more things from that person, but I'll hold off till next week, you know. We just manage it like that.
Transparency then. is a big part of it.
Yeah, I love that transparency and that openness between a senior team where they can all support each other. And they're not. I don't want them to be competitive against each other. I don't like that. I don't want to create that.
But that was the environment you grew up in, right?
Well, as a chef, yes. I think the chefs need to be competitive against each other like that. Yes, I think that's healthy. But when you're at a senior level and you're caring for other people,
Yeah.
no.
Interesting.
No, because people will be selfish and you can't have that. And they will be about themselves and we can't have that.